Hello friends, I am Sunil Ranjan and I am an English teacher. Well, now here I have come with the explanation of the poem The Patriot by Robert Browning. Now, The Patriot is a dramatic monologue written by the famous English poet and playwright Robert Browning. The speaker of the poem is a patriot. The poem is a monologue of this patriot speaker who narrates his condition as he is being taken to the scaffold to be executed publicly for his misdeeds. He tells us of his situation, how he was once well loved by everyone, and how he is now accused by the same people. The patriot is innocent, and it is only out of the misunderstanding of the people that he is being taken to be put to death. The Patriot is a harsh comment on public sentiment and morality. It stresses that all decisions made or supported by the people are not the right decisions. The poem has a sense of universality to it, as history has witnessed the rise and fall of many such patriots throughout its course, a harsh reminder that life is uncertain. Now here I begin the poem. It was roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in my path like mad. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway, the church spires flamed, such flags they had, a year ago on this very day. Now, through this poem, the poet describes an event which was a grand public welcome that had taken place on the same day a year ago. The picture of that wonderful day flashes before his eyes as he remembers that day. The path he walked on was covered with roses mixed with white myrtle flowers that looked very beautiful. There were people standing on the roofs of their houses, cheering for him as he passed them. The tall church spires had flags fluttering and shining. It was just a year ago on this very day. The lines suggest a grand celebration after some great victory. It made the common people very happy, so they were out to celebrate the hero with a great affection and respect for him. Now, we move further. The air broke into a mist with bells. The old walls rocked with the crowd and cries. Had I said, good folk, mere noise repels, but give me your son from yonder skies. They had answered, and afterward, what else? There was celebration all around with bells ringing. So here the explanation goes. There was celebration all around with bells ringing, and the cheering of the crowd echoed from the walls. The poet asks the happy crowd what they were willing to give on such an occasion. The crowd seemed to have said that they were willing to give their best things to the hero. After that, even they were ready to give whatever he desired. Now the third stanza goes, alack, it was I who leaped at the sun to give it my loving friends to keep. Not man could do have I left undone, and you see my harvest, what I reap. This very day, now a year is run. Now here, there is a subtle reference to the Greek mythology in which Icarus flies too high, close to the sun. Like him, the hero had dared to face the challenges head on. Loving friends suggests the loss of his few close friends. The scene here seems to have been some battle that had taken the lives of the ones whom he loved very much. He did everything to set the things right. With the words harvest and reap, the poet says what all he had left to be done and what he sees presently after a year has passed. Now the fourth stanza. There is nobody on the housetops now, just a palsied few at the windows set, for the best of the sight is all alone at the shambles gate, or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I trow. The poet here comes back to the present and says that there is no more the same cheering crowd that was earlier on the housetops a year ago. As he has been convicted, there are only a few paralyzed people at the window who are looking at him marching towards the gallows to be hanged to death. No other persons are there because they have gathered at the shambles gate, the gate of the gallows near the frame, to see him die. Now we move on to the fifth stanza. I go in the rain, and more than needs, a rope cuts both my wrists behind, and I think by the feel my forehead bleeds, for they fling, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my year's misdeeds. Now the explanation is, the poet describes the scene when the patriot is being led to be hanged. It is raining, his wrists are tied behind by a tightly tied rope that has cut through his skin. The patriot feels that his head is bleeding. He senses the trickling of the blood on his forehead. The people around are all set to throw stones at him for all he had done. But the patriot doesn't blame them, as he feels he has been misunderstood. Now the sixth stanza. Thus I entered and thus I go. In triumphs people have dropped down dead. Paid by the world, what dost thou owe? Me? God might question now instead. 'Tis God shall repay, I am safer so. So the final stanza says, the final three lines of the stanza deals with the ideas of the speaker. Yet again we see Browning's strong religious belief. He believes that God might say, your sins were already washed away when you died. The people saw to it. They punished you. What now do you expect from me? You are now free from all corruption. Thus, the patriot thinks that the punishment he got in the mortal world has cleansed him, and he hopes to go to heaven instead of hell. He feels safer knowing that God knows what he stood for or what he thought was right, and thus he will be safe under him. So here comes the end of the explanation. So my dear friends, subscribe to my channel, because then you'll be able to watch and hear a lot more. And I promise you that I'll be coming up with fine videos for you. That's for sure. Thank you.